Hello YouTube, my name is Nero. Today we finally have some more details surrounding Black Ops 4 and its new Battle Royale game mode. Now I should preface this entire video by saying that we are talking about leaked information, but this information is coming from a Reddit user that gave us a bunch of accurate zombies details 5 minutes before the new trailer released this afternoon, which by the way, there's a new zombies trailer for those who don't know, and I will be playing the entirety of the trailer at the end of this video. But when it comes to Blackout, the new leak claims that right now, Treyarch is shooting to have a minimum of 50 players on the Blackout map, and right now they are testing 64 to see if they can possibly increase that number. This is obviously much less than other Battle Royale games on the market right now, but keep in mind that Blackout will have a heavy focus on vehicle combat, though unfortunately our leaker here says that right now ATVs are the only vehicle that is fully functional, with the other land, air, and sea vehicles still being worked on by Treyarch. There will apparently be a lot of scavenging in Blackout, which is true of all Battle Royale games. Players will have 150 health by default, just like in the multiplayer, and of course weapons will be balanced around that, and there will be scavengeable medical kits for healing. There will be bits of armor that you can pick up that will allow you to take an extra shot, similar to helmets and frying pans from other BR games, and there will apparently also be armor-piercing rounds that will counter the armor in the game, and weapons will be sorted by rarity, similar to Fortnite. So for example, this was not in the leak, but I'm giving you guys an example here. This means that like the MP5K could be a gray common weapon, whereas the Tommy gun could be a green weapon, or the AK-47 could be a blue weapon, or the M8A7 might be a purple weapon, or the L96 could be a legendary weapon based on this system. And according to the leak, and it's important I repeat, this is all leaked information, take it with a grain of salt, but apparently this weapon rarity system is also tied to how many attachments that are going to be on the weapons themselves. So completely made up example once again, but let's say the MG42 is an epic weapon, that might mean that it'll have 3 attachments on it by default, but if the ballista is a legendary weapon, that may have 4 attachments on it by default, or something like that. The leak does claim that Treyarch is currently discussing having attachments be scavengeable instead of having them be tied to rarity levels, but that's where we are currently with the weapons in the Blackout Battle Royale game mode. We saw during the reveal trailer that various specialist abilities were being used, like the barricade and the flamethrower and everything else you're seeing right here, and apparently these abilities are going to be a big part of the Blackout game mode. The way the leak was phrased, and this is kind of muddy right here, so take it with a pinch of salt, but the way the leak was phrased, it seems like these specialist abilities are not things that you find on the map, but rather things that you have by default. So perhaps you set up your character in advance and you have one of these specialist abilities, though apparently they will have very limited uses. The examples he gave during the leak were that you can only put down the barricade one time, or if you choose to have Ruin's grappling hook, you can only use that a couple of times, which would definitely balance things out quite a bit, while at the same time, I feel like these specialist abilities could help separate Blackout from the other BR games that are currently on the market, so that's definitely pretty interesting. Going back to the leak here, backpacks will apparently be scavengeable to increase our inventory space. The RCXD that we saw in the trailer was actually a Recon XD, which can be used for scouting, similar to the drones in Rainbow Six, and currently we do drop into the map like other BR games, though there are talks over at Treyarch about having us just spawn in on the map, similar to the Battle Royale mode that we find in Call of Duty Online. The last bit of news regarding Blackout, and quite possibly the coolest bit of news, is the map is said to be giant. There's going to be a big focus on verticality, but apparently in the dead center of the Blackout map will be Nuketown. It will be on an island, it will be surrounded by water, and it will be set after the bombs fell. So basically, the Nuketown in the dead center of the map, according to this leak, is going to be very similar to Nuketown Zombies, and just hearing that description really makes me excited to play this game mode. But keep in mind, guys, once again, we are talking about leaked information, and everything is subject to change. I've got to say, though, if all this turns out to be true, then my hopes for the Blackout game mode have gone way up. Like, I'm still disappointed that the player count is going to be low compared to other games, but it's important to remember that the map and the vehicles and the equipment and everything else is going to be balanced around that player count. So in the end, I think it's going to work out, but time will tell, ladies and gentlemen. The hope here is that this leak will put a fire under Treyarch to actually release release some official information about the Blackout game mode, because there is still so much more that I would like to learn. But one final thing here, a lot of people seem to forget this, but a couple of months ago, Dan Bunting sat down to do an interview with Eurogamer, and in there he talked about Blackout a little bit, and in there he teased that zombies will be running around the Blackout map as well, which would definitely be interesting if that turns out to be true. And I also think that would potentially help out the player count numbers. Like, imagine if you stumble into a town and it's overrun by zombies. That would be an interesting twist to the Battle Royale genre, so that would be pretty interesting. I can't wait to learn more. But speaking of zombies, I did mention earlier that we have a new trailer, and I'm going to show you guys that trailer in its entirety. It shows off the new Black Ops 4 Zombies maps, Voyage of Despair, as well as 9, and you guys know I'm really more of a multiplayer guy, so instead of trying to break down the trailer, I'm just going to show you guys the trailer in its entirety in case you haven't seen it yet, and I'll leave the breakdowns to the actual zombies YouTubers. But ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have for you guys here today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave your thoughts and feedback down there in the comment section below, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.
I haven't seen my father in 15 years. Why am I not surprised his obsessions are still getting me in trouble? As a kid, I believed my father's stories. As an adult, I believed his stories were fantasy.
Scarlett, we all owe your father a great debt. We will do whatever it takes to get him back. This is magic. Dark magic.
I put a spell on you. Stop the things you do.
Let's tango! So, Monsieur Shaw, do you have an explanation for the horrors unfolding around us?
These symbols, this vessel, it's all connected.
I stared into the abyss, and the abyss gave me a gun.
I think I'm in love.
Use the staff, now!
Where are we?
It's not a matter of where, Diego, but when.
Time travel. Great. Let's find something to shoot.
Do not fret. Your savior is here. Scarlet, look out!